Yes, yes.
Hi, mate.
How are we getting on?
How's it going, mate?
Man, how's it going?
Not bad. You know how you does?
Yeah, good mate. Just living the lockdown life, getting by.
You know, you've changed, mate. What have you done to your hair?
Well, what's not been done to it?
Not got a choice, I suppose, have you?
Yeah, there's no barbers, man. All shut down. I'd have to go myself.
You've been doing any training?
Yeah, every day. Training every day. But running, conditioning, things like that.
No wrestling?
Nah, nowhere wrestling. Can't go anywhere. You got a few gyms that are like doing bits, but like on like the down low, but it all gets shut down quick. Yeah.
So glad I'm not at home.
What's it like there? How's it going there?
Brilliant, mate. Just easy going, nice life. Can't complain, bro.
How long have you been out there now?
Came out here the end of Feb. So, April, May. Don't even know when we're at. Every day's the same out here.
So you literally just went out there before the lockdown and you've just been staying out there?
Pretty much, yeah. It was about to get locked down and I was like, I'm out. And then, just barely missed it, luckily.
That's what Dylan White's done as well, hasn't he? If you see.
Where did he go?
I think he's in Spain or somewhere like that. He's just got off and he's just been doing his training camp out there now for whenever he's going to fight Povetkin.
Nice. What he's doing? What's the thing for this? You got a podcast or something?
Yeah, this is Odds Changer podcast. The one I was going to do before, we had like a studio and that, but then the lads that had filmed it all for this studio, do music videos and stuff for them, they'd give them a quote like, "Oh, we'll do it really for you." Come time to doing it, and they'd raise the quote like 10 times over. They just fucking used them basically. And then we restarted, but then Corona happened. But then Cory messaged me and was like, "Do you want to come on this one and start co-hosting on this Odds Changer one?" So I was like, "Sweet, let's do it."
Sounds good. Let's do it, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably leave all this in anyway. But yeah. So who's out there with you?
Right now, I've got a friend of mine from Manchester, but obviously there's high-level training everywhere here, mate. There's so many good level fighters here. I've not missed a day, really.
So you living with the coaches then, and all them Tiger Muay Thai coaches and training partners are all like, you're all in the same house?
No, not at all. No. Like, everyone's spread out, but we all just meet up in the day because, like here, there's no lockdown and out. So,
right.
Although the gym's not open, we've just set a few mats down in a gaff and got a good pad man and that. So, yeah, it's business as usual for me, really, mate.
Sweet. Like the trainers there, like the best, some of the best in the world, innit? It look like seeing like that Hickman brothers, they look good wrestling coaches.
Well, this is what's mad now. Like, Petr Yan's going to fight for the belt now as well. That means we'll have like four champions that are here on and off. Do you know what I mean? Out of what is there 6 UFC belts, 7 UFC belts. So, I mean, speaks for itself, really, doesn't it? In just that.
Can you tell us a little bit what Petr Yan's like? Good
lad, really good sparring partner. Sound. I'm looking forward to his fight a lot. Moraes is good as well, so it'll be a great fight. That.
Yeah.
Is that been announced? Is that the fight?
Yeah, that's announced. Yeah.
So, that Dana was saying in the press conference, wasn't he? Like, you were like, Petr Yan definitely for the belt, and he was like either Moraes and maybe the other one, another one. I think
maybe they'll do Sterling. Who knows?
Yeah, he was one of the. He was saying like them too. He was sort of like playing with it, but Moraes, that'd be the fight. I prefer that fight with Petr Yan. That'd be a banger fight.
Proper fucking striking match.
Proper banger fight.
How does that fight go?
I think Peter stops him. His hands are too fast. I mean, and we've seen Moraes quit a few times now when he gets a bit tough. He looks for a way out, doesn't he? So could see Yan overwhelming him over the 5.
Is there any word on when it might be that?
No idea. Nah. I know he's training like a nutter, but so is everyone out here. So it's just the norm, really.
Do you think Would he go to Fight Island if that's a thing?
I don't even know if that's a real thing. Like, you know what I mean?
End of the dragon.
We'll see if it's a real thing. I believe it when I see it. Let's put it that way.
Dana's got a throne and like tigers and all that.
It's weird, isn't it? It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Petr Yan and Marais on the beach, though. I wouldn't like that.
And they'll sign me up.
Yeah. Did you watch the fights on Saturday?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, some fucking great scraps, wasn't there? That Gaethje and Ferguson fight was unbelievable. Loved it.
What did you think of like the being no crowd and that?
Well, I've done it a few times myself, so
yeah,
I kind of know what it's like. I prefer it. You know why I prefer it? Because you can really think about what you do. You're not influenced by the crowd, and you can really hear your corners. So there's a lot of bonuses to it as well.
Right, yeah, because you had it on Ultimate Fighter. Yeah, it's like you've got your teammates there, but it's not like it's not a crowd, is it? Like,
well, when I fought Norman, we all kind of agreed. Everyone agreed to not say anything, so it was literally there, a pin drop in there. So it was pretty mad. Yeah, I could hear everything.
Yeah, because you can like hear. Like I noticed, like even I started doing bag work with no music or anything, and you can just hearing your breathing is just different. And like you only get that from sometimes in competitions or something like that, but generally, like hearing that breathing, you're like, shit, I can fucking.
I agree. That's the difference between using headphones when you run and not using headphones. Like, there's a massive difference.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the anxiety in it, and you could see it. I think in some of them fights, you could see it a bit with some guys. It's almost like that, and their eyes.
Yes, it's a whole different experience. It's a whole different thing. I mean, you have to kind of become accustomed to it. But Gaethje didn't give a fuck. He's a Jamesman, isn't he? Turned up and walked straight through it.
Yeah, he loved it.
It was unbelievable.
I think DC was saying he was speaking to King Mo, and King Mo said that the crowd not being there probably helped Gaethje, but hindered Ferguson, because Tony Ferguson's that kind of guy who, would let the crowd kind of G him up, I suppose. But I don't think that fight would go anyway if they fought 100 times.
I think that fight goes the same way 9 times out of 10, really.
Yeah.
I mean, Gaethje's just got an iron will and a heavy right and left hand. That's all you need, really.
And he picks his shots better now as well, doesn't he? And actually is more composed. He wobbled Ferguson a few times.
I've seen a stat that he's not attempted one takedown or one submission attempt in his whole UFC career. Think about that.
Mad. Division 1 wrestler.
That is mental.
Wrestled all his life.
Absolute banger.
Bang.
Yeah, I love it.
I like that.
Apparently, I saw some yesterday. Tony Ferguson's not attempted a takedown in 8 years.
Yeah, but he does the roll, doesn't he?
Yeah, he tries that. Yeah. Imanari
he does the roll. He's still a bit of a roller.
Yeah, like his jits, doesn't he? Like snatch Darius and all that. But we're never going to be getting that.
It's tricky. I like it.
Yeah. His coach is awkward, isn't he? They got that style in it, that 10th planet and all that on the ground.
Yeah. I really like Gaethje's coach. I've never seen him too much before, but he really impressed me, mate. His advice was brilliant all the way through. He's a great coach.
Yeah, he was classing when in that was it in the second round, Gaethje got wobbled and he was like just you could see he was landing early, so he's like gone for like the kill on it, and then the coach like toning it down. You're blowing all your energy just trying to take his head off.
What a great fight! What a great fight it was. I might watch it back again tonight.
Yeah. He's always had fights in them World Series before PFL won it. World Series of Fighting. Yeah. He had 6 fights in there, like just wars, straight wars. Them.
I just don't know how long his head's going to last,
Yeah.
It doesn't last long, does it? At that pace.
Them gloves to do. Usually, in them gloves, people go out, but they didn't go out. So.
God, Ferguson's got to be very sore,
I can't imagine that. Like,
God, I would not want to be him.
it's just like the boxing gloves and things like that. People, that's what they say. Oh, you're taking that many shots. Well, he was taking that many shots in MMA gloves.
He was, and kicks and punches, elbows, everything. He was getting levered. Yeah, that was in a good old-fashioned hiding.
Yeah.
But kept standing and didn't really look too wobbled until the last round, really. Like,
I know, and then, but then when he was wobbled, he was really wobbled. When he just looked away as if to say, "Stop this now, please."
Yeah. See, I would have thought that they'd be a bit more like quick to stop it, try and like stop people going to the hospital or something like that, so that they don't cause a problem. But they were letting that go, considering what in the Cruz fight they were like, he wasn't messing about, that ref, like sort of thing, like jumping in. But in that one, they were like, till he had to say like, please, like, fuck it, I'm fucking
Yeah,
done.
get off, mate. Yeah. Fucking hell, he really did let it go on. I mean, but don't forget, Ferguson had dropped him. He's known for being a tenacious fighter himself. He was landing the odd good shot himself also. So he did enough to stay in the fight, and I think it was stopped at like the fucking perfect moment, because anymore he'd have been severely brain damaged.
Yeah, he's got to take some time off now, hasn't he?
God. He better put his head in an ice bucket.
for about 6 months.
Yeah. I seen a picture of him the next day. Don't even look like the same guy.
Scary. Remind me of that Joanna one. Remember them ones of Joanna?
God, he's had his face rearranged.
Does Gaethje beat Khabib?
I think he does, yeah. I think he's got all the minerals to beat him. I think they both get stopped by Conor, though, Tony and Gaethje. I really do. I just think they're both wide open. They punch from the hips, and they both get dropped on a regular basis. And I just think once Conor hits you, you don't get back up there. We've seen that in the past. I really do think you can beat them both quite comfortably.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the same. Like, as far as matchups go, I think Tony and Gaethje, like Gaethje against Khabib, he's got a good stylistic matchup to fight Khabib more than Conor. But I feel like if Gaethje and Conor fight, he's too hittable, and you do not want to get hit by Conor. Not early.
Far too hittable, mate. You get every single fight I've seen him, he's been dropped at least twice. I mean, let's not forget he got levered by Dustin Poirier, Eddie Alvarez. We kind of tend to forget about them fights, don't we?
Yeah. Well, they're not been clean like that. Conor's got to.
Exactly. I mean, we might all of a sudden see Gaethje turn into a wrestler, but who knows? The cunt never wants to wrestle, does it?
Yeah, no. He's just. I think as well, if it's been ingrained into you over that many fights, you're not doing it, are you? So I don't know. Like, could he go to that? No problem. Could he go to that?
Sorry.
Like in a fight, because he hasn't done it in so long.
I know. No, I mean, I don't think he's got it in him anymore. By the looks of it, I don't think he has. Mate, we'll see.
Imagine he fought Conor and he just double-legged him and kept him on the ground for 5 rounds.
We keep hearing about how good his wrestling is, but no one's seen it yet. It'd be nice to see it for once.
Yeah.
How did you two meet then? Like, how did all that happen?
Me and Daz have been wrestling partners for fucking 8 years or something, 9 years now. Been one of my main wrestling partners my whole career. Helped me a lot. Love training with him.
Yeah, same, man. One of hardest workers I've ever seen. You see all sorts of MMA guys, wrestlers coming through, but Brendan will always, like, even when he was done training, it was like he was gone. He was like ready for the next thing. He was like always focused. That's one thing I see with a lot of fighters. They've got like 6-month work ethic, but wanting like 10-year results. Where like seeing Brendan over like that time, all the time, never take his foot off the gas, and I think it shows in his success over like the UK guys, and just hard to get down. I knew whenever we get matched up with a wrestler, they're going to be in for it, because it's just hard to get hold of him, hard to fucking even get him off balance. And I think you've developed that style as well to almost Like, go on, to try, take me down, burn your energy.
We were very lucky that we found the Y Club early on, and a high level of Iranian wrestling in there. And fucking, you know, if I didn't find that, mate, I would not have been a quarter as successful as I am now. Probably would have ended up on my back my whole career. So I was very, very lucky to find that at an early age, and absolutely fell in love with wrestling since I started going there. And wherever I go in the world now, I adore it. It's probably, little do people know, my wrestling is probably better than my striking, but they don't know that yet. Still a kept secret at this stage.
Yeah, I always knew that, and it's mad because I'd see it sometimes coming into fights, like, oh, they're gonna try taking down this, and I'm thinking, if anyone getting taken down, it's gonna be you getting taken down. Brendan ain't getting taken down by these guys. Like,
well, that's why when I fought that guy on the Contender, and he kept telling me how good he was and his D1 and all this, I was like, is he? Yeah. I thought, I'll fucking show you takedowns. Do you know what I mean? I had a point to proving that, because you know, the way they go on about these Americans and how good they can wrestle and all that, I like to, in my head, I think, oh, can you? Yeah, all right, let's have a wrestle then, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, my ego gets in the way sometimes when they tell me how good the wrestling is. Like, it's pretty mad. Then the guy after that was from Alpha Male, who's Uriah Faber's boy. I took him down a few times. He didn't take me down. You know what I mean? These are all guys that are saying great wrestlers, but I'm taking them down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, guys that are supposed to have wrestled their whole lives. But, and I think as well, when you do that to them, it's disheartening, because it's like, this must be my strength. This British guy's doing that to me.
Yeah, it's not meant to happen. The script wasn't written like that.
Yeah.
How good is like Division 1 wrestling compared to other programs in the world? Because, you know, that is like the highest standard according to, you know, pundits and that sort of thing. But like, is there much of a program in this country, really?
Our country's fucking useless. They don't care about wrestling. They literally couldn't care less about it. And that's been our downfall in mixed martial arts. We're starting to get past it now with the likes of Tills, Edwards, Bispins. Dailies have all been showing good takedown defence now. But in terms of like actual wrestle versus wrestle, we are so far behind. Darius, tell him how far behind we are.
It's just leagues. Like, you'll see one of them rock up to like British Championships sometimes, like proper D1. And they will generally just like run through it. Not even a D1, a D2. I've seen a D2 guy wrestle for and win the British Championships, run through everybody, even people that we know are like shit top wrestlers here. And this guy, for representing Ireland, D2 wrestler, just smashed everyone.
God.
Like, easy. And that's the standard. They wrestle like, what, 400 matches against like your Chris Weidman, people like that, all your life.
I mean, there's a couple of D1. I've wrestled like Darian Caldwell, Ed Ruth, a couple of the Hickman brothers here. I've wrestled a lot of D1 guys, and there is definitely a different level to what I've ever felt. And it's just the amount of times they've been on the mat and the amount of matches they've had, the experience, the high level competition experience, the nerves on fight day. Everything's different because they're so used to it. And if you look at the UFC champions now, it tells. Look at, you know, Henry's got both belts. You've got Cormier, he's in the mix again. Jones. All these are all accomplished wrestlers, and it is the hardest sport in the world in my eyes.
Yeah, you seen Cejudo in his press conference. That's what he was saying. They asked him, like, "What's your biggest thing?" He was like, "Picked up a gold medal." He's like, "This all day." He's like, He's like, "This made Gaethje, this made Cormier, this made everybody." And all this, and goes, "This is it." And it is like, when people that know wrestling, like, you know wrestling, I know wrestling, you know, like the type of guys they are, the high level guys. They're just animals, like different level animal.
To get to a gold medal in the Olympics is like, whoa, in wrestling, you are a different human. You have been through things in your head that people could never dream of going through.
Yeah, it's mental.
Like, the weight cutting that they have to do as well prepares them for MMA.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I mean, I know they weight cut a lot and things like that, but I'm talking about the sheer the toughness of D1 wrestling, the level of each guy you're competing against. Your body's becoming so conditioned to adversity, and just you get so strong from wrestling, it's ridiculous. And your neck becomes strong, so you become harder to knock out. There's just so many variables that you get from wrestling that just really outweigh everything else in any other combat sport.
Yeah, you see with Romero, he's took shots like head kicks clean, and he's just like still there, like not even moved. Like it's just not right. And like we've
Whole
seen,
different ball game.
It's like that, innit? Like everywhere, like mowing people like that. They're just like
that. Yeah, stuck.
It's mental, but yeah, just been compacted over the years.
How are you feeling now?
Yeah, being health-wise, like fitness-wise,
no injuries.
No injuries, really. Nothing.
Mint.
No sparring or anything going on. So
you still at Predators?
Yeah, still at Predators. Did pro debut in December, and then was looking. I was looking to fight. I was looking to fight like April time, but that ain't happening. But it's just whenever it comes back now. So I'm on weight. I'm like 68 kg. So to get to bantamweight ain't too bad from that.
God, you're right there. That's easy.
Yeah. So just stayed on shape, stayed on weight. Like, it's easy
Fair
to
play to you. Has it not been hard through lockdown?
You just got to be disciplined, just like with the diet and mainly things like that, because you can't go out as much. So it's just there, innit? Like, and the spiders,
mate.
We don't know when the next weight cut's coming, so like it's really tempting.
Oh, it's scary, mate. It's scary, isn't it?
Yeah. So over there, it's like no lockdown at all. You can just go to shops, everything's right, sort of thing.
Curfew between 10 p.m. 4 a.m. All the gyms are shut, beaches are shut. But apart from that, we've all just been doing our own training. But they're going to open again at the end of this week, or the end of next week, or the start of the week after that. So we're about 10 days away from everything being normal again.
Sweet, that's not too bad.
I know. So,
have you been told anything about when you might next be fighting?
Nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. I mean, worst case, it's going to be in June next year, which is fucking terrible. But I'm trying to figure something out for before then. But I mean, everyone's in the same boat, aren't they? So I can't complain too much.
So did they not say that they're going to take a year off?
Taking a full year off, yeah.
So can you not fight for anyone else during that time?
We're just working it out now. I was supposed to fight May 21st, 2 weeks' time. I was supposed to fight in Atlantic City. And they cancelled that. And then they were saying, it's going to be a month or two later. Then they said a month after that. And then they just said, you know what? We don't know when this is going to end. Like, say it ends in August. What's the point of starting the tournament when it finishes on New Year? So it was like, we're just going to have to postpone it for a year. So it's just shit, mate. But gutted about it, really. I'm not even asked about the door. I just want the fights. I want the fight. I want to stay active. That's the only thing.
Because I noticed... Sorry, I noticed with you as well, you were finally getting back active after having fights.
Oh, God. I know. God, don't remind me about it, mate. But yeah, everyone's in the same boat. Daz, can't fucking complain, mate. I'm in Thailand, still training every day. When it comes, it'll come. Yeah,
that's the right mindset, isn't it? The mindset, to be fair, I've known you've had anyway, because when it was Contender Series, you were saying the same thing then. You're like, it is what it is. You know, it's life. You just crack on.
Yeah. Like, there was a point where I was like, fucking hell, after the Contender, but, I mean, the money that got put on the table by PFL, it was never going to get turned down. It really motivated me. I got my ass back into gear, and now it's like, fucking hell, what now? What am I going to do for a year, really? You know what I mean? That's the only thing. So I'm working on a few fights in between. We'll see what I can work out.
Yeah.
They've the PFL are sorting fighters out, though, aren't they, in terms of money-wise for the year?
Yeah, but... Yeah.
It's not the
same,
is it? Yeah.
Not the same.
No, I was supposed to have 5 fights. That's what I was looking forward to. 5 fights was the one that I wanted. Like, money will always come and go, but I'm 30 years old now. This is the time to fucking really crack on and make a name. And like, that was all I was asked about, really. I was looking forward to fighting the best guys in the world for, 5 times. But it is what it is, boys.
Yeah. So it was the tournament then. That was what it was starting was. How many fights were it supposed to be? 4?
5 to $1 million.
5 to win it. 5 to win it. Right, okay. Yeah.
You get paid all the way through anyway.
Yeah. And it's Palmer's the champ, innit? Lance Palmer.
Palmer's 10-0 in there. He's had about $2.8 million off him, so he's cleaned up, really.
Yeah,
he's out there cleaning up,
there.
so he's the man to beat.
Yeah, another wrestler as well. He wrestled.
High level, yeah.
There's good high school wrestlers. Video of him actually wrestling with a bear in high school, like a Khabib style, like on some little farm. But I know
they're everywhere. They're littered all over MMA.
Yeah. But it's different. I know, in them fights it's different. It's not a wrestling match at the same time.
It's not a wrestling match, and
when they're good again,
right, he's 5'5", and he fucking just runs around the place. Like, he's got zero stand up. He just relies on that takedown, mate. And if you can stop that, you've won the fight. And that was the plan. There's a big cage in PFL, and he's gonna have to catch me. Do you know what I mean? Before I catch him, and that was the plan.
Yeah, it's all. I always noticed with you, it's just hard to just even get your hands on you, let alone like start to unbalance you, things like that. And in a big cage, it's chipping away at him. You break people out, especially with that.
Exactly. That was the plan. That was the plan, to kick his legs to death, start hitting him with the hands when his legs start slowing, and then the takedowns become very hard second and third round. Yeah.
And even then, like you might be taking him down and things like that as well.
People don't know. I know. This is what I'm saying. No one knows yet, Daz. Stop giving our secret away.
Yeah.
How often would the fights have been? Like the tournament? What's it?
I was going to fight in May, and then I would have fought another one a month or two later. Then I would have had 2 fights in one night. And then obviously the final.
2 fights in one night. That's mad. That.
How does that get sanctioned now?
Because you're allowed to sanction 5-minute rounds, 5 fives. So they do the first one as 2, and the second one is 3 rounds. So you have 5 rounds total.
Nice.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen it on the last one. I enjoyed it. It was a really good tournament. That like, a lot of them like that. Schultz at welterweight, was it welterweight? I think he looked nasty.
He's 10-0 as well. He's cleaned up as well.
Yeah, nasty fighter him.
Yeah,
maybe another one as well.
Kerimov.
Yeah, like
he's really good.
Full of Russians in there. Even at heavyweight, they had Azerbaijani, who's a Dagestani, wrestled for Azerbaijan.
Do you know him?
That Ali Isaev, yeah, he's shit at him.
Mate, he was in the lift with me. I looked at him. I was like, "Wow, you are scary." He's massive.
World medalist, him like
God,
yeah, top elite.
How scary is that? And that size as well.
Really scary. He's fucking. His hands looked all right. He smashed up.
He was throwing spinning hook kicks.
Terrifying.
Oh my God, mate. I felt sorry for that roll shot. That roll shot was in my changing room warming up, and I thought, we're going to get absolutely levered here.
Oh my God. Yeah, he used to be a wrestler himself as well. He was like Division 1, but I was like, it's like with Tony and Gaethje, like, it was like you're coming against a better wrestler who's just fucking going to beat the shit out of you as well.
God, there's fucking wrestlers everywhere. All I ever hear is Division 1 now.
Yeah. Flavor of the month. It's like a black belt now. Like back in the day, you were a black belt.
Fucking
now
everywhere. D1 everywhere. If you're not a D1, you're shit nowadays.
Yeah, fucking mad.
How did you get into fighting though from Manchester?
My next door neighbour used to do it. He used to do it before like people even knew what MMA was really. And then just kind of like followed him down to the gym and got into it like that.
How old?
16.
What?
One of your fights get uploaded on your Facebook from when you were younger. The other day.
God, did you see that?
That was mad. That like 15 minutes. How old were you there?
Oh God, that was my third amateur fight. Must have been 17, 18 maybe. Nah, I was younger than that. A lot younger than that, didn't I? 17.
Really?
Fucking terrible striking. I don't know where that wrestling was coming from. You know what I mean? I must have just started the Y Club at that time.
Yeah, that
Saved
was
me
a
though.
great fight. Yeah, good fight that. You know,
It
that
was.
ain't going that long.
He was an hard bastard. Listen, this, you know how stupid it is. They called it semi-pro. There was elbows, 5-minute rounds. Fucking, oh mate, it was bollocks back in the day. Everyone was making their own rules up.
16-year-olds now, they've got shin pads on and like 8-ounce gloves.
Oh God, they're lucky, aren't they? They're very lucky.
Where was that fight?
Rotherham.
Did it go the distance?
It did, yeah. That was probably my toughest fight. Top 3 fights I've had in my life. That was a really hard fight. And I took it. I took it the night before. I got a call saying there was a show the next day. I was looking for a fight though. Got one, and then turned up, and he was about twice the size of me. I said that he'd already weighed in. I was like, yeah, right. But then he had like a pair of pink shorts on, and I was like, oh fucking hell, is it only him? I said, I'll batter it. I'll batter him. And then, fucking hell, mate, I had the hardest fight of my life. I'll never do that again.
Beware of pink shorts in future.
Innit? If he's man enough to wear pink shorts, he's dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was it like proper corners and stuff for it?
Yeah, there was corners. Yeah. But it was, oh mate, it was an abysmal. It was in a ring as well, a little boxing ring, which made a massive difference.
Yeah, I noticed a lot in like Russia, in like M1 and stuff. They used to do it in like a ring. The takedowns are different. I noticed in cutting people off.
Oh, everything's different in a ring. Everything you've ever learnt in a cage is different in a ring. It's weird. Like, even if you're in a submission attempt or anything, you can slide under the rope and like, or they just restart you in the middle. Like, it's fucked up. It is. It's weird.
What organisation was it who used to have nets under the ring to catch you?
I think it was Brazil, that, wasn't it?
Yeah. Vanderlei Silva getting people's heads stuck in there and just putting them to shit, wasn't he?
They were the days. They were the days.
So going like, you know, you've been like America now, you've been like Thailand, all over. Take it away. What was like the biggest thing you've like took away from it all? Is it knowing like I can compete with all these bodies, or is it just getting to see all the different bodies? All the coaching?
Yeah. I mean, been everywhere now, trained with world champions all over the world and seeing the levels. I know where I can get to, and I was ready to do it this year. Do you know what I mean? This was my little coming out party. But yeah, I mean, like I say, we're on hold a bit now, but I still believe I'm one of the best featherweights in the world. I genuinely believe that if I didn't, I wouldn't be still doing this. And yeah, I can't wait to for the balls to get rolling.
Yeah. When you've been in America and Thailand, what have you noticed like so much the differences there? Like it was Cruz, wasn't it? You were living with Cruz, training with Stevens and all them, wasn't it? And then Thailand, you with who's the main guys in there? Them Hickman brothers, the striking, well, they've got striking guys, aren't they? But
yeah, I mean, the differences are the sheer bodies. I mean, some of the wrestling classes here, there's 80 people on the mats. I'm not joking. 880. Like, it's insane. And like very high level Dagestanis, a lot of Dagestanis here. High level American. I think that gym must have at least 20 UFC fighters on site during any session. Do you know what I mean? So where else are you getting that in the world? Then there was like a Russian guy I was training with here. He was a world medalist, wrestler, unbelievable. There's like world-class wrestlers here as well. So same in America. I mean, I've been blessed with great training my whole life. So, you know, I'm used to it.
Yeah. Was that...
Oh, go on, Darius.
Yeah, was that Russian you were on about? Was he the one that Kane were training with as well that time? Yeah, I know you're on about. My wrestling coach from Bolton wrestled in beach wrestling. Didn't know who he was. Yeah, he was on holiday. Beach wrestling world championships or something was going on. Like actually sanctioned all this stuff.
What?
He's like, sack it. I'll jump in. It's like over 80k or something. Jumps in first match. That guy comes on. He gets the first point, and I think it's first to 2 points. So the guy from Bolton, he's winning by like 1 point. But then yeah. So all he needed was one more, But then that guy just fucking dragged him
Who's the
down.
guy from Bolton?
Jez, the coach from Bolton, Jesse.
Fucking hell. No way.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
mad.
He didn't know who the guy was. Didn't realise it was like some fucking world-class wrestler that he just was on holiday and thought, I'll jump in.
Yeah, he's world class, mate. World class. And then you obviously had Mairbek, Tyson off. You have a couple of, like I say, there's a lot of Dagestanis here that you've not even heard of that are just fucking unbelievable wrestlers. So I was in the perfect place to prepare for all these wrestlers, really.
Who do you prefer wrestling with, Dagestanis or Americans?
Totally different style, but I like wrestling both of them. Both are equally good in their own areas, and you learn off both of them.
Yeah, I seen even like in America, you had that. Was it a judo coach? Guy done wrestling in judo.
Yeah, he's the Olympic judo coach for the US team, and he was Ronda Rousey's coach.
Right.
And I was training with him a lot, and I fucking learned so. He was a D1 wrestler. He was an Olympian in judo, and world class grappler as well. Mixed it all into one. What a guy he was! God, I used to love training with him.
Yeah, I was looking at that. He looked red hot. Him like some of the techniques he was doing.
Unbelievable, great guy as well.
Mm. Yeah, so you still speak to like Tony and that. Tony like is his main coach, Cory, like from he was doing all sorts with like kickboxing and that.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Every day we talk. We're just gutted as well, because fucking hell, he was looking forward to getting back to America. Got spoilt with America last year. And we're looking forward to going back and doing a few arenas out there.
Yeah, because last time it was Madison Square Garden, wasn't it? New Year's Eve.
Unbelievable. Yeah. And then I fought in Vegas, which was a dream of mine come true. Unbelievable. I had a great year last year. Last year was one of the best years of my career. Even though the Dana thing, still fought 3 world-class opponents and made them all look easy, really. And that's what was my plan this year. But to win $1 million fucking dollars with it.
Yeah, hopefully it should, it's just time in it. Same with that, similar to like what that Contender Series thing was, like sort of like an hurdle. Then ended up being the PFL after that coming. So now it'd be like this. You never know. Next year, could be the year. Will be the year.
Who knows, mate? Let's see. You can only pray, mate.
Yeah.
Did that feel like a loss, Brendan? The Contender Series stuff.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I didn't get what I went there for, but I performed how I knew that I would. So it was a bit of a weird contrast. Like, I've never walked away from a fight where I've dominated 3 rounds thinking I didn't get what I wanted. Because usually when you do that, you do get what you want, and that's the win. Although I got the win, I didn't get what we set out to do. But I was happy with the performance ultimately, and it put a lot of offers on the table, and got a lot more people know who I am because of it.
You were the most talked about fighter for a couple of weeks after that, even though you won. Sorry.
Exactly. Can't be a bad thing, can it?
Yeah, I think that was the maddest thing about that. It was like such a sort of shit feeling, but like there was so much fan sort of like picking up, like the fans like really picked up behind you after that.
I know, mate. It was crazy. I ended up on Ariel, Luke Thomas, ended up on all the main shows, and it was good, mate. Everyone got behind me, and I appreciate it, and didn't take it for granted, and that's why I work so hard now to fucking get where I know I should be.
How did you how did you get in with Dominick Cruz?
A friend of mine, Jimmy Harbison, he was my jiu-jitsu coach on Ultimate Fighter. I reached out to him and said I need some training in America. Turns out he was at Alliance, and then asked me did I want to come out there and train with Dom. He was living at Dom's house and said there's a spare room. I was like, fucking hell, buzzing. And that's how we met. That was about 7 years ago.
What was it like living with him? Was he high, Cruz?
Mint, top guy. Loved him, mate. Really, really good fella. Not got a bad bone in his body, mate. He was great. Loved it. But, it was just unfortunate to see the way it all unfolded. You know what I mean? I thought he was going to get it, but Henry's no mug, mate. He's one of the best fighters I've ever seen. I've never seen anyone adapt as well as he does to every fight. Brilliant the way he does it.
Yeah, phenomenal. Like I was saying that we'd done like the first podcast last week, and I was saying like that some guys, they just know how to win. Like you can throw anything their way and they'll figure out something, like chop the leg off in a fight, and they'll adapt and find a way to win. And that's like that Olympic gold medal, really. I know he bangs on about it, but it's that sort of mentality that gets it done.
He got the leg kicked off him by Moraes. He was getting pieced up, mate, and figured it out. And, come back and got a spectacular win. The same with Dom. I mean, Dom's unorthodox movement. He knew how to low kick and he knew how to get around it. And he implemented his game plan great. Can't take it away from him.
Yeah, because I was thinking that fight, anyone were going to give him like the hardest problem would be someone like that clever fighter that's not going to engage him, but he just adapted. It's just mental.
Yeah, he looked really good. Fair play to him, mate. Can't take that away from him at all.
Dom looked good as well, though. He looked smooth in there, didn't
he? He did. I mean, what was it, 3 or 4 years out the cage is a hell of a long time, though. Oh, yeah. Hell of a long time.
Yeah, that's what you were saying, Corey. Like, I'd forgot about the actual time length. 4 years. It's just too long now. It's too long to say.
Henry was active. Henry was beating everyone in the meantime. So,
What did you think of the stoppage?
I think he could have let it go 100%. It was right at the end of the round. He was already getting to his feet. In that position, you actually do have to use your hands to get up. So you can't actually protect your face. You've got kind of a choice to make. You either get knocked out or you don't use your hands to get up. And that's what he did. He put his hands on the floor to kind of pull himself back up and then told the ref he was okay. And ultimately, the ref just stopped it. But, there was a few unanswered shots in there also. So it's a hard job. I wouldn't want to be the ref.
Yeah, it's just one of them, innit? Like, he's like catch-22, innit? Like, the guy's put his hands on the mat, he either stays there, gets leathered, or gets up. Like, what's he got to do? He's got to do one or the other.
Lose, mate. Trust me. Lose for the ref. The ref has a shit job, mate. He's either getting slated. No one's ever praising a ref, had it? He's just always getting slated.
Yeah, one thing I think the ref said was it's not his job to think about the time, in the fight. So there was 20 seconds left or something. Should he take that into account when stopping it?
Good question. I mean, God, it's a good question. I mean, I don't think the ref should take it into consideration what time it is. If someone's really hurt, the health comes first, foot the second. Because say there's 2 seconds left and that person goes into the next round and takes 50 more shots that they shouldn't have took, then who's it really on? It's tough. It's a tough job, mate. Really tough.
There was a famous one from years ago. I think it was Chavez, Julio Cesar Chavez in boxing. And he was undefeated. And this guy was like boxed his head off 12 rounds. And Chavez in the last 10 seconds bangs the guy out clean. And the guy's they're almost holding himself up in the corner. And the ref could let it go. There's only 10 seconds left and he stops it because the guy's just fucked. But there's 10 seconds left. But everyone's like, it's because it's Chavez. But really, when you watch it back, the guy's eyes are just all over the place. Like,
I mean, who are you to let that guy take another 5 shots? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, could kill you.
He's out.
Yeah, especially, I think I've heard people say at the lighter weight classes as well, maybe you should let it go that little bit longer. I don't know, what you two would know better than me.
It's like I say, it's a hot topic at the minute, but personally, if someone's banged me and I don't know where I am and they keep banging me, sometimes you can't physically tell the ref I'm hurt here. So let's take Tony Ferguson, for example. No one argued with that stoppage because Tony Ferguson turned his head away and said, I'm fucked here. You know what I mean? And kind of looked at the ref for help. But the ref could have stopped that slightly earlier. He could have. I think he was giving him shots back and that, but he took a hell of a lot of damage in that fight as well. I mean, like I say, the worst job in the world is to be a ref. I'd hate it because you're going against egos as well. Fighters who don't want it to be stopped. Some do want it to be stopped. So it's a lose-lose situation for you, really.
Do you think coaches should maybe throw in the towel more than you see?
So that's another subject what's a bit weird. I mean, because a lot of fighters won't forgive the coaches for doing shit like that. But you've also got to remember, some coaches are only caring about the money and the percentages that they're getting out of the fight, so they're not going to throw a towel in if there's still a chance.
I guess you're hoping for that bond like Gaethje's got with his coach, where if he threw the towel in, Gaethje's not going to complain. He's going to be like, yeah, sweet.
I bet Gaethje would complain.
Yeah. He'd start punching the coach or something. He'd start fighting with them.
God, if you threw a towel in for Tony or Gaethje, it would level your corner.
What would you do if your coach...
It's a bit of a warrior code of honor in it. We want to go out on our shield, but there's a fine line between the code of honor and fucking brain damage. It's a very real thing. And like I say, Tony needs a long time off.
Darius, what would you do? Would you, if your coach threw the towel in for you?
Well, it's hard to say, isn't it? Until you're in that situation, really. Because you can't. If you're putting me in the exact same position as Ferguson, it's difficult to say, because then you watch it back and you're like, fucking hell, we're getting battered. But he's probably done what's best. But at the time, you can't. You're probably going to be pissed because you're like, you just want to carry on fighting, don't you? You want to carry on no matter what. Took that out your hand.
My bond's that strong with my coach. I've been with him 12 years. That if he threw the towel in, I'd know it's right, and I would never ever say anything about it.
Yeah, respect for you as well, innit?
He knows me better than I know myself, and he knows if I'm getting done and I've got no answers. He's seen millions of rounds of sparring with me. He knows if I've got no answers left. So that's that. If he throws it in, he throws it in, and I respect his decision. But not all fighters are like that. Trust me.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. That's a really good point. That, you do trust your coach, because you can't. I can't imagine Gav coming in after throwing the towel and me being like, "What the fuck are you doing?" sort of thing. I never spoke to him at all like that in my life. So why would I do that then?
Nah, you're not gonna. It's a respect thing.
Yeah. At the same time, I've heard in the UFC, I don't know if they're allowed, in MMA to throw a towel. Or did they do it? They stopped it in the corner, but I don't know if they're actually allowed to throw a towel in the middle of a fight in MMA. I've never seen it.
I don't think I have. I don't think I have, mate. I've seen corner stoppages, but never someone throw a towel in.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're actually allowed to in MMA in the UFC.
I've not seen that.
Where in boxing, obviously, you had Wilder plenty of times when people throw towels in. But he got pissed off, didn't he? Sacked that coach for a bit and then brought him back.
That was stupid. Blaming the coach, you were getting absolutely leveled. You know what I mean?
Could have been stopped earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think. There was a really good one that I seen one time. Oh, the best one I ever seen was when Triple G fought Kell Brook, and he threw the towel in. That was the best one I've seen. That because he had a broken jaw, and he knows Kell Brook. He's trained him from a kid, and he knows. Listen, he's got no answers. He's had enough, and I respect that. And I just don't think. I think it should happen more in MMA. Honestly. Yeah.
The longevity of fighters' career is, their life in general, that changes them forever. People forget that the fight doesn't just go away after 3 months. You carry that shit for the rest of your life.
You got fucking 3 or 4 kids sat at home, and you're fighting 3 or 4 times a year, 3 times a year if you're lucky. Live to fight another day, mate. Throw the towel in. There's loads of fights. Do you know what I mean? Next one. All right, next one. Do you know what I mean? There's too much emphasis on winning sometimes, and not. Winning's everything to me. I'm not going to sit here and go, but I'm talking about if someone's elbowing my face off and I'm getting absolutely, and I've got no answers, but the ref's a fit cunt and won't stop it. I'd expect a towel to be thrown in. Do you know what I mean? But it's just not a culture, is it? It's not at all to do that.
Brendan, do you feel like the pressure's off a little bit once you get that first loss?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, once it's off, it's actually a nice relieving feeling.
Yeah, because most of yours were all anyway, they weren't losses. It was just he won a decision, but you didn't lose a fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've been quite fortunate, touch wood. I've never been knocked out or submitted or never been stopped in a fight. So come and ask me that question again when I've been fucking sparked up. You know what I mean? Like, losing a split decision, mate, is not a bad thing. It doesn't really. That's just an opinion. You're losing an opinion, and like, that's it. But I couldn't tell you from being stopped because that's a whole different ballgame.
If you lose a split decision, does it affect like contract negotiations going forward or not?
Everything. It changes everything. Yeah. I've had UFC contracts sat on the table and been told I lost a split decision and then not got in through it. They're heartbreaking. You'd almost prefer to be knocked out than fucking lose a split decision sometimes. There's that much on the line.
Yeah. Was that the Dukin one? That fight? When it
I had one on the table after that, yeah. Because that's when I'd trained with Dom for that fight, and then he said, go and win this fight, and then the Lions had me one. And then, obviously that fucking whatever. And then it took me, then I had 5 fights after that, and then I fought Healy. And I lost another split after having a contract pretty much waiting again. So, it's not been the most lucky road, but who needs luck, mate?
Yeah, innit? With that Healy fight in ACB, generally we was talking as well about guys like Petr Yan and the ACB, and I was saying to Cory about them ACB guys, like the guys that were fighting on there, like your Petr Yans, them other Russians, like that organisation, how nasty, like some of them guys are on that show that you just don't see. And in Europe in general, them areas that you just don't see.
Oh my God. Don't forget, Petr Yan was an ACB champion, so was Zabit. And any of them ACB champions would give any of the UFC fighters a fight any day. They're that good.
Because I remember I was even chatting, I think it was to you, like the Wire Club, we were saying about, like, I think it might have been when you were fighting on, it might have been about the time you were fighting Mike Wilkinson on there. We were saying about guys like that, some Russian Ali Bagov who would like choke the guy with like a...
Oh, God. He's a scary man. God, he's a scary man.
Like some wrestler with like black belt jiu-jitsu who's got like bad intentions as well.
And absolutely full of steroids. He's like a walking chemist.
Yeah.
God, I've never seen anyone so juiced up in my life.
There's a fight between him and Habib, and he looks like...
Habib?
He fought Habib when he looks about 10 years old when he fights Habib. Then he
no way, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Habib takes it to him, mauls him.
God.
Yeah. Oh, years ago, before the gear and everything, he doesn't look the same, the guy.
Okay, I'll have to have a watch of that fight.
Yeah.
Who does he fight for now? That guy?
ACB, I think, or whatever it is now. Whatever they've got now. They've got changed the name, I think, when they're under a bit of investigations.
Good old ACB, paid under the table, loved it.
Did they give you like a bonus or something? You like got knockout, didn't you? Did they give you that?
Yeah, give me extra 10 grand for Mike. They give it me in cash allegedly.
Where were those fights?
I fought in Germany. I fought the MEN Arena, co-headline that, and then I fought in Sheffield.
What was the Germany one like?
Brilliant, yeah. Fought a Georgian guy over there. Had a good fight with him, won. Yeah, really good experience. It was in Stuttgart, loved it, mate. Yeah, I love fighting in different countries. It's a goal of mine now, just to get in as many different countries as possible and get active. Love to fight in China. Love to fight in Brazil. Just to say that I've done it all. You get to see the country at the same time. It's a bonus for both, really.
Where's the best place you fought?
MSG, obviously. God, the Mecca of all Meccas.
That's mad. That is a mad one. That
it is, isn't it? On New Year's Eve,
telling the grandkids about that one. Definitely.
Take that one I literally said to myself at that point, my mum and dad, all my family, everyone flew out to New York, and at that point, I was like, right, whatever happens from here, mate, you've made it. Like, doesn't matter now. whatever happens in your career now, like even a belt or anything, like even just having my whole family there on New Year's Eve in New York under that kind of circumstance, and like I was happy with my career at that point. Seriously, I was sat and I thought, I'm really happy where I've got to here. Although next year I'm going to be a millionaire and all that, this is a massive point in my career that I'm really proud of, and I still am, and it was only a few months ago. But there's still plenty of fight, and I know there's still loads to go, but just don't feel like it gets better than that right now.
Yeah, that's something like you tick off a massive box with that one. Like as a fighter, I fought it where Muhammad Ali fought, where like Joe Frazier fought, where all these like icons, like not just people, icons fought. Like,
yeah, and it's like right in the middle of Times Square as well, and then you come out and then you do the famous ball drop because I fought early, and it was just chaos, mate. It was a dream come true. Loved it.
What did you do after the fight?
Went bananas. Absolutely. I didn't come back to the Fighters Hotel on the 2nd of January, let's just put it that way.
Nice. Didn't you meet Mike Tyson or something that night as well?
No, that was in Vegas, that, when I fought in Vegas.
That was in Vegas.
You know who I met in New York, though?
Go on.
I put on the same level to... Do you remember Mr. Socko?
Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
Mankind. What a fucking legend. Nah, he didn't have the sock, but what a legend.
Oh my God, he seems like a sick guy.
He was ringside, mate. I was starstruck. Got him asking for a picture.
Oh, no way, that's mad. Does he still look like exactly the same? Like he's got the hair and that. Like,
nah, he looks finished now. He's finished. You know what I mean? Remember when he got through off the Hell in the Cell and all that? He fucking nearly died. They levered him, didn't they? He was the punch bag, wasn't
he? There's one I've seen, he's got like a 2x4 on fire on top of his Hell in a Cell. And then he just gets fucking kicked off it through like a table, like 20 feet. Bang.
Yeah, he was the nutter, wasn't he? He was the nutter that just got like did the shit that no one else wanted to do.
Yeah, because he was like a fat guy, wasn't he? He's got to do that.
He was my hero growing up. I loved him.
Yeah,
that was before like the you could hit him like in the head with chair shots and stuff.
Yeah. God loved him. Legend, Daz, absolutely wicked to catch up with you, mate.
Yeah, and, mate. Yeah, buzzing to see you.
We'll definitely get back on when I'm back, mate. I'll give you a message and we'll get back on the mats.
Sweet, man. Yeah. Really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah. Good to meet you.
Not a problem. Good to meet you too, Corey, mate.
Right. Speak soon. Right.
Nice one.
Take care, fellas.
Yeah. See you in a bit.
Bye-bye.